Welcome to the finance program. In this clip, I plan to go over minor in finance. Before we move on to the next slide, if you have not done so, please go back to the School of Business website, take a look at the full list of minor programs we offer in the School of Business. Read the description and make sure that you understand that your interest and also your commitment to the minor program. Finance minor has the following requirement. We have 5 course requirement. Here the course requirement, the keyword in fact the 5 units. So when we say unit, as you know, the 1 unit at TCNJ counts as 4 credits. So understanding it, if you have any matching topics that you have already transferred from your previous school or the other community college, this is where you need to pay attention to the total credit count along with total unit count. So we require 5 course units, and that comes with the following items. Finance 101 along with other finance half unit courses or IC 201, Management 201, Marketing 201 will count as a 1 unit. In other words, any combination of the first item along with Finance 201 being the required one will count as a 1 unit, 1 combined unit. Now, one might argue then what do you mean by one of the half unit finance courses? Well, in the next 2-3 slides, I plan to go over a couple of course instructions, or at the same time introduce some of those finance courses as well. So what you can do is you can just leave it here, and by the time we go to the finance courses, it's going to make more sense. Moving on, and the second requirement is going to be your Finance 310. The third requirement will be the Finance 320 or Finance 330. Now, as you notice, there's an or statement. So let's for the moment that you have taken both courses, meaning Finance 320 along with Finance 330, simply because you're interested in these topics. If so, you can move one of these 2 courses to the item 4, which is 2 additional units from finance courses. And that brings us to the list of courses you can take for the item 4 that comes down to Finance 239, all of your Finance 200 level courses, 400 level courses, along with Accounting 201. But 2 items I'd like to emphasize and re-emphasize are the following. 1, Finance 300 level courses has a prereq of Finance 201 and Accounting 201. So if you currently are sitting in Finance 201 yet have not taken Accounting 201, and I strongly recommend taking Accounting 201 sooner than later because practically all Finance 300, 400 other courses have a prereq of Finance 201 along with Accounting 201. As I mentioned earlier, I plan to go over the full list of finance courses in about 5 minutes. The second note that you need to keep in mind is the double counting rule. This is a college-wide policy that you must be familiar with. Let's have an example. If you happen to be a business major who have already completed Finance 201, IC 201, and other half unit 201 courses for your major, this is where you're going to double count between your major and minor. The other courses cannot be double counted. When you get a chance, please take a look at your double counting course requirement between your major and minor under the advising resources under the School of Business website or the record and registration website. Before we move on to more details, I want to go over how you can apply for your minor. It's quite simple. All you have to do is you have to go to the record and registrations of form section. So once you go to the record and registration website, you're going to see a forms right here in one of those banner options. And then you're going to scroll all the way down, and somewhere in the middle, you're going to see a change of major section. Click this, and it will open up to your the Google form, and in fact the PDF form, the application form. All you need to do is you have to just download the form, fill in the form, and make sure you sign information, fill in the required information. Once you're done with the process, simply email the signed form to the department chair. And from that point onward, the department chair will consider your application. Once approved, your form will be signed by the department chair and in fact forwarded from department chair to the recording registration directly. So this is how the process is going to work for the finance minor. Once again, this process is not always the same for all minors, and this particular clip is only for the finance minor. So let's have some scenarios. Let's for the moment assume that you're a business major, you're a marketing major, management major, you're a accounting major, you're an economics major, you're IBB major. So if that's the case and you're still interested in finance as a topic for you to focus on, you can choose, of course, the minor in finance. If so, your double counting will happen most probably right here in the item 1. Once again, the finance 201 along with the other 201 courses. There is a slight difference for students who are under the BS system, but all you need to worry about is double counting. Double counting can only happen once between your major and minor. Moving on, Finance 310. Let's for the moment that you have taken Finance 310 under your management major. If you take a look at the check sheet of the management major, you also have a Finance 300 level course requirement. And there's a very good chance if you have completed Finance 310 and you open your POS account under the academic requirement, the matching for Finance 310 must be happening against your major requirement. To be very clear, Finance 300 level course requirement under your major. By the time you go through the course audit process, as you get closer to your graduating term, that return will move to your minor. Long story short, please make sure that there's no double counting between your finance 300 level course requirement versus your finance minor. In this particular case, what do we do then? You must keep finance 310 under your minor, and you must take additional finance 300 level course for your major instead. That brings us to the next item. Again, the next item is 320 and 330 along with the or statement. It is still a true statement in your case. There's one more item you might want to be aware of. Accounting 201. If your accounting 201 has been part of your requirement, in fact, as a business major, you cannot use accounting 201 as one of the options to the item 4. In other words, you will have to take 2 courses from Finance 239 or any course list from the Finance 300 and 400 level courses. And if you have any other questions, please email the chair or meet with the chair. How about we go with a different scenario? What if you are a non-business major? You can be any other major from TCNJ, still interested in minoring in finance. If that's the case, there's a very good chance that you have not taken Finance 201 and you have not taken other 201 courses such as management, ISP, and marketing. If that is the case, please think about your interest. If your interest is more towards the data analytics and information system, make the pair between Finance 201 along with ISP 201. Or if you're interested in management or marketing, you can go with that option as well. However, if you are convinced that I am a very much finance person, when it comes to my minor choice, you can always utilize for the second half of the half unit course requirement under item 1. You can always use another half unit finance course, which I'm about to explain in about 2 minutes. That also tells us one more item. In this case, I strongly recommend taking Accounting 201 for your item 4 for a simple reason. As I mentioned earlier, most of Finance 300 courses at the same time, Finance 400 courses have a prereq of Finance 201 and Accounting 201. So for that reason, if you are a non-business major and minoring in finance, we will still count Accounting 201 as a part of your minor requirement. Once again, I strongly recommend taking Finance 12.1 and Accounting 12.1 earlier than later, simply because both courses are prereq to the rest of the course list that you must satisfy to complete your minor program. If you have any other questions, please always email the chair, or you can also set an appointment with the chair to go over your course list. In this list, as I promised earlier, that I'm going to go over finance courses. Let's keep in mind that these are the list of courses that I have today under the finance program. But you can imagine over time, the finance department will offer more courses, will introduce more topics to you. So this is where you're going to go back to pause and take a look at the list of finance course options available to you. There are some courses offered only in spring, some courses offered only in fall. There are some courses in fact offered throughout the year, including winter and summer. So once again, take a look at your list carefully. If you are interested, let us know. Finance 201, as I have mentioned earlier, this is item 1. And the item 1 Finance 201 is Fundamental Financial Method. Think of it as an introduction to finance. And this is a half unit course. That means it's a 1/4 course. You can take this course for the quarter 1 translation, first half of your semester, or the quarter 2. Again, the second half of the semester. Once again, please keep in mind, this is a 0.5 unit. As I had promised earlier, we do have other 0.5 unit courses. That is pretty much the list under Finance 391. 391 is listed on the right-hand side of your table. If you take a look at 391 comes in multiple sections. It does not mean that you can take only one. In fact, on your transcript, these sections will show up separately. So it is perfectly fine for you to take multiple sections of 391. Section 1, most of the time, not always, but most of the time, is Student Investment Fund. This course has a prerequisite of Finance 310, which is investment management, simply because this is a true fund that students are running. We also have other 391 sections that starts with the hedge fund and private equity, FINMA SI exam prep course, Moody's ratings, private placement, and also the other courses that support our wealth management and financial planning minor. That includes the insurance planning, estate planning, and retirement planning. Once again, the point I want to make is the following. The section numbers may change semester to semester, but what matters is that the unit count. Each section will count the 0.5 units. At the same time, you can take multiple sections by 391, and they will all count separately. So let's have an example. The example is quite simple. What if you have taken Finance 101, 3 sections of Finance 391? That means the first combination of Finance 101 with 391 section will count as item 1. And the other two will count as item 4, if you may remember the 2 additional units. Once again, you can take multiple sections of 391. We also have many other topics that you might be interested in taking. That comes with the second line item on the left side of your screen, Finance 239, Personal Finance. This course will count against your Wealth Management Financial Planning minor. It also counts against your Finance minor as well. Good news, Finance 239 does not have many prerequisites, so you can always consider taking this course earlier than later. One more item that I want to caution you is all the courses listed under the 300 level courses. Finance 310, Finance 315, Finance 320, all the way to Finance 350. Please keep in mind that there's no prereq or sequence requirement here. You can take, as an example, Finance 340 first and then 310 later. Maybe you can take Finance 330 first, 310 later. Or if you want to go with the 310 first and moving on to other courses, that's perfectly fine. The course titles are listed on the screen, so I don't see a point of reading it. But again, this is where you have to ask a very important question. What is my interest? Why am I minoring in finance? If you want to know more about the course, you can always email the chair and discuss the details. There are some courses will be offered during the spring and fall semester, spring and winter semesters. Not always, but most of the time, Finance 310 will be offered this spring, summer, and fall. Finance 315 is offered spring and fall. 320 is offered spring, fall, and winter. 330 is offered all throughout the year, spring, summer, fall, and winter. 335, pretty much the same as spring, summer, fall, winter. 340 will be offered the spring, fall, and a lot of times it is offered more often during the fall semester than the spring semesters. 350 is offered occasionally. Let us move on to the next list of courses, Finance 360. By now you should wonder, what are those courses with star signs? The courses with the star signs are the ones with a prerequisite from the 300 level courses. As an example, Finance 360 has a prerequisite of Finance 310 or Finance 330. And there's an end statement. And Finance 3, not this one, Finance 310 or 330. When it comes to risk management, we have the same item as Finance 310, and one more course right now is under consideration. This is where you should wonder why risk management does not have the course number yet. In fact, this is a new course that we are in the process of offering, so that the course numbers will be given later in the academic year. For that reason, there's a good chance it's not showing up on your pause screen yet, but it will. Soon enough, you're going to see risk management. It will come with the course title. But one thing for sure, it will at least have the prerequisite of 310. Finance 380 also comes with the prerequisite, not some though from Finance 300 level course, but from the STAT course requirement. And as you notice, what's important when it comes to course selections and course planning, please know the sequence, the required sequence based on the course prerequisites. That moves us to the next course, which is Finance 410, 430, and 495. These are in fact the senior only courses and all three courses are reserved to finance majors and finance minors. If you have any problem of getting into this class, this is where you're going to email the department chair. At the same time, as you notice, there are star signs. Finance 410 comes with a prerequisite of Finance 360. At the same time, Finance 310. Finance 330 comes with the course prerequisite as Finance 330 and Finance 310. And Finance 495 comes with a prerequisite of Finance 310, Finance 320, and Finance 330. And preferably, taking Finance 380 can be very useful for you to successfully complete the 495. Once again, these 4-level courses are reserved for finance seniors. However, if you want to get into this class and you're meeting the prerequisites, you're always welcome to send an email to the chair and we should be able to accommodate your request. All right, so this is it about the minor in finance. Planning for the courses can be overwhelming, especially when it's a new program that you're not familiar with. I hope this clip is helping you in a way that you can understand our minor course requirement along with the expectations that we have from our minor students. You're always welcome to send an email to the chair and wish you all the best in terms of your journey with the finance program. Thank you.